once we got into Germany, I was making a run. I had to take a message back to Captain DeLeo in the aid station. We're in Germany now. When out of the bushes come 3 or 4 German soldiers, and I thought, oh my God, I'm a prisoner now. I have no gun. I'm a medic. Crosses here and a cross here and a big cross on my helmet. That's all I had. When they come up to me closer, they come up with their arms up in the air. They surrendered to me, a medic. And I thought to myself, now, as a runner, you do not take care of any of the wounded, no litter bears or anything, because you got this message. You got a big responsibility. Now, everything changes for me. I have these 3 or 4 German prisoners surrendering to me. Now I can take care of the wounded. I took care of a couple of wounded, and I was going to use the Germans as litter bearers. But what did we use for litters? Well, we improvised some sticks, heavy sticks, and put some cloth over it and then put the wounded on it. Now, the road is clear to the aid station several miles up, but it's zeroed in by the Germans with their anti-tank guns, that if they saw any truck of the Americans, they would start to drop shells in there. And, you know, you could get killed right there. And I thought, if I took that road now, they could open up with shells and what have you. But then I thought, well, maybe if they saw my medical markings on my shoulder, they would abide by the Geneva Convention and not fire at any of the wounded. Or take the wounded through off the shoulder of the roads into the thick underbrush, which was very difficult. And I knew they couldn't maneuver the wounded through there. They'd have to take the road. So that's where my religion came into play. And these are some of the incidents that made you either become very strong in your religion or whatever. And I says, God, please help me. So I made these fellas, and in German, I spoke very strong. I said, raus mit you. Get to the road with those litters and the wounded. They didn't want to go because they knew what was going to happen. And that's when I hollered, raus! So we took the road. Reluctantly, they're up ahead of me carrying the wounded. I'm in the back just praying that they're not going to fire. And they didn't fire on us. Well, I finally got back to the aid station with the message and the wounded, and they gave me a Bronze Star for that. That's one incident of closeness. I could talk of several others, too, that I had.